Hello, baby. Hello, Nancy.
Definitely True Romance.
Hello.
The initial one. Hello, baby.
Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
All right, it's episode 66 of the Brink of Sanity show. I'm Jay. We got Mark.
Hey.
And we got Artie.
What's up?
What's going on, guys?
Not
Nothing
much.
too much, man.
All right. Well, we got a couple announcements before we get started. It is July 1st, which means voting has restarted on Podcast Alley. So please send me a vote. We are in the top 10 right now, which is very good news.
One step from being top 5, man.
We're actually one spot from the top 5. Yeah, that's let's try and get there.
If you're ranked like 8th, will you say we're in the top 8? Or we only say top 10 when you're in number 10?
I go with top 10. I could say top 6 right now, though.
I would say we're in the top 6. Why be held down by like these round numbers?
That's true. Round numbers are son of a bitch. So we're in the top 6, rocking it out. 5 votes out of 5th right now.
You could, what is there, 66,000 people or 66,000 podcasts?
Podcast.
63,000 podcasts.
You could say you're in the 99.8 percentile.
That is true.
It's like those like tests you took in school. Like you're doing awesome. You're like genius level.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm a Mensa student of podcasting right now. So keep those votes coming in. I appreciate everyone who has voted this month, and I unappreciate everyone who hasn't voted so far.
And I just voted, so I'm appreciated now.
Right, you are now appreciated. See how that works?
Do you unappreciate the people that know about the show and haven't voted, or just everyone in general on the earth?
I think you lost them.
Oh,
I'm like, wait, what?
yeah.
I thought you were talking to Jay.
Let's go to the random generator.
All right, we're doing random word generator again. We did that in episode 59, which is where we have random word generator, and our conversation has to revolve around that. And every couple minutes or so, we will change the word, and that's how the show will go. Because that's better than actually writing material, and we'll show off our spur-of-the-moment improv skills. Right?
Very good improv skills. I got a quick question, now.
Okay.
Do you actually have like a generator? Like, where do you get these words from?
Yeah, I do have a generator.
It's like a machine.
Yeah, I spent $7,000 on it. It's half the size of my bedroom.
And it just gives you words.
It takes 5 minutes to come up with the word through scientific data. That's why,
Sweet.
Yeah, the second we start a word, I hit the button and it computes the next word.
If you think Jay overpaid, the one thing you should know is it also makes muffins.
Mm-hmm.
They're tasty.
Oh, sweet deal then.
Yeah, that was $6,800 of the $7,000 I paid was the muffin maker option, which I thought was a necessity because chocolate chip muffins are, one of the finer things in life.
And getting a random word with your muffin is a wonderful thing.
It's just, the combo is just unbeatable. So that's what we're doing here today. So the first word is attack.
Attack.
Attack is the word. Mm-hmm.
I
got nothing. No, just kidding.
I was just...
I always think about, when you say attack, I immediately think about female surfers getting attacked by sharks in the ocean in, like, Florida.
Hilarious.
It's pretty funny, I guess. I mean, like, I never understand, like, why, like, multiple people get attacked by sharks in the same area. You think, like, one person gets attacked by a shark in that one area, they'd be like, okay, we're done surfing here for the summer.
One person gets attacked in the same state. I just never go back to that state. There's plenty of states with no sharks.
You know what the thing is, of the surfers, though, like, probably more of them drown than actually get attacked by sharks. Mm. And no one's ever like, shit, people are drowning here. But people are always like, shit, a shark's attacking.
Yeah.
Drowning's actually more dangerous.
Yeah.
Or more likely to happen.
How about the huge body of water that can envelope you and fill up your lungs with liquid?
Well, it's always like for instance, not to bring us, 9/11 killed 3,000 people in the U.S. Terrible.
Just a little farther away.
Okay.
You can hold it just a little farther away. I don't have a pop filter for the second microphone.
Oh.
It's very poply today.
Okay. So 9/11 killed 3,000 people in the U.S. Terrible, terrible tragedy. Awful. And people, obviously rightly so, are like outraged by what happened.
Right.
Car accidents kill 100,000 people every year. People are like, so I gotta get places.
Yeah, it doesn't really add up.
Yeah, I mean, just like the amount of like people actually dying from certain things, you think people would be more worried about things that actually kill a lot more people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cigarettes.
Cigarettes kill 100,000 people a year.
Attacking.
I don't know. I'm still not going near the fucking ocean though with sharks, man.
Yeah, no, I'm all set with sharks.
I mean, the ocean's the biggest killer of people on 70% of the world.
Yeah. Tsunamis.
Yeah, I mean, we should probably like have a protest against the ocean.
What about Attack of the Show? That's a good show.
Yeah,
You guys watch that?
Occasionally.
Not really.
Our co-host Billy was featured on Attack of the Show a couple months back.
Really?
Yeah. He's got a comedy group that gets a lot of publicity.
Good for him.
Yeah.
What comedy group?
Serious Lunch. Conan O'Brien 2 weeks ago. And Attack of the Show like 2 months ago.
That whole station, man, whole G4. I love that station. I watch Attack of the Show, like on and off, but it's mostly Cheaters. But
Cheaters is a brilliant show. Have you seen that?
That's the one where they catch someone cheating.
Yeah.
I've seen it once or twice.
A couple weeks ago, they had this this lady who thought she was getting cheated on. So they did the usual. Basically, this show they have somebody who thinks they're getting cheated on, and they hire a private investigator to find evidence.
Yeah.
And when they have enough evidence, they wait for the person to be in the act of cheating, and they pull up in a van and they jump out and they confront them. Well, they had this African American couple, and the guy was cheating.
You mean there were white people from South Africa?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. A South African American couple.
Okay.
And they went out, and the lady was about to slap the guy. He pulls out a gun.
what?
It was so funny because the entire crew scattered in different directions. The lighting guy was like jumping through the window of a car, and they were all peeling out. This guy was like chasing everyone.
But the cameraman was still there, or was he running also?
He was running backward. He did a really good job of keeping the camera on the crazed gunman while he was running away.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah, I recommend everyone look for that episode.
I
That
saw
was awesome.
something like that on College Humor. They had this girl goes out with this guy who's like on like a blind date thing, who's like an arrogant asshole, and they end up having sex. And like in the parking garage, and during the middle of the sex act, they come up and interview the girl, and she's like, "Yeah, this guy's a dickhead. I don't know why he I can't believe he actually gets women in real life." And then she was a prostitute.
Oh no,
It was kind of funny.
that's awesome.
What's the next word on the agenda?
Random word is software.
Software.
Wow, that's a really lame word to get.
Yeah, I mean, I think of like Microsoft. That's a big company, and you don't even
So-
use Microsoft.
No, I don't use Microsoft anymore. I hate them.
I kind of hate Apple also, but actually only the iPod I hate,
Why do you hate the iPod?
because iPods last I think 1 year for the most part.
All right, I'll give you that.
And we went in there. My fiance's iPod was broken, and we went in there, and there was I think there was like a month left in the warranty, and they're like, "Okay, we can give you a new one. You just have to pay $27 or $30 in processing." And I was like, "Why do I have to pay you anything? You sold us a shitty product." They're like, "No, there's a processing fee." I'm like, "Why do I have to pay for your processing fee?" Like,
I'll process it for $0,
yeah,
and you can hand it to me.
and eventually, enough complaining, they were like, "Okay, we can waive the processing fee." I'm like, "Wow."
Damn straight you can.
I'm like, "Why did you tell me this earlier?"
Yeah, I give you that. I went through. I had one of the original iPods, the 20 gig, like the white ones, and that broke. And then a listener sent me another iPod, same brand, same
For free?
model. Yeah, but
Nice.
somehow in the mail. Unless I was mailed a broken one. By the time, either way, by the time it got to me, it was broken. So now I have two broken white ones.
My other problem is that when you like go to like change music, you put it out, you plug it in, like 80%, 70% of the time it works fine. 30% of the time your iTunes doesn't recognize it, or there's a problem.
You know, I got the new 120 gig model, and I haven't had one problem. So maybe they fixed all the bullshit.
Oh,
I don't know, man. Mine, like when I put it in, for some reason it says there's like an error. It says like all your files are like corrupted, and then it just synchronizes and it's fine.
I have the small one by SanDisk, and it's awesome. It's just like you load files on, you never have any problem with it.
Is that the Zune?
No, it's the I'd take it on to show you, but it wouldn't help the audience. But it's it's like basically the size of the what's the smallest one they have? The Shuffle.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger than the Shuffle, but has a screen, and its battery life lasts twice as long as the Shuffle.
Do you get to like pick your songs?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a screen. You can pick your songs. They have a little. I mean, it's not the coolest screen in the world. It's like a little digital screen.
As long as you can pick anything, I don't need a big fancy screen.
No, it's awesome, and it's the newest one they have is cost $50, and it has 4 gigabytes.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
It clips on when you go to the gym.
Although I have
So if SanDisk is listening, send me free SanDisk.
SanDisk.com, the best product if you give us free stuff.
We'll say the same thing as Hustler.com if you guys want to send us.
Hustler is a great product, so if you'd like to send me some of your fine DVD wares, I would.
Oh, we have a new word.
Penthouse too.
The new word is dust.
Angel dust.
Dust in the wind.
Dust and diamond. That was Screech for all you.
He does.
Speaking of porn,
He did do a Dirty Sanchez on a video recently.
I have not seen that, and I'm surprised that he would be the one that was hung like a horse in the show. Not that anyone else would expect to, but
I didn't see the video. I don't know if he's hung as a horse. I just know the horse had. All right, this is getting.
I heard him on an interview that he said he was on the Howard Stern show, and he was talking about his
thing.
it's Lisa Turtle.
His little dust and diamond. Did he? I didn't see the video either. I don't think I want to. I don't think I'd ever be able to watch Saved by the Bell again.
I mean, if you think about that show, the two people that did at the minimum softcore porn were Jesse and Screech.
Yeah,
it's kind of a weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna pick the ones that are gonna do softcore porn and like.
Yeah, never would have picked Screech.
I mean, it'd be
Of course, Kelly Kapowski goes like Maxim type shit. She doesn't pose nude, and she was like the slut of the whole show.
Why can't she do hardcore porn?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I would have liked to see like her eating Lisa Turtle out. That'd be awesome.
That would have been DVD of the year.
Yeah.
What about Leah Remini, man? When he worked on the beach, I would like to see her do.
Was
porn.
that the King and Queens lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
She's kind of hot. I like her.
she's hot, but her voice drives me insane. It's like Fran Drescher with a New Yorker. No, they both have New York accents.
No, Fran Drescher's a little more annoying. She's got this like
Nasally, right? Fran
She's got
Drescher's
like
a
the
little
Brooklyn
nasally.
like she's gonna
Tough
like
girl, man.
you're gonna sleep with her and then she's gonna beat you up.
Right.
Exactly.
You wake
She's
up
like a
all
hot
bruised
tomboy.
and your watch is gone.
Yeah. And you're like, on one hand, my watch is gone. On the other hand, she didn't cut my balls last night, so I kind of I go both ways on this. Basically.
Right. She was pretty hot, but I am kind of bruised. I don't know how to feel about this. Dust sucks.
It does kind of sucks. I remember you had a complex word thing and a non-complex word thing. This is the non-complex word thing, I guess. 'Cause the next word is so.
How is so a noun?
Why don't you go a little bit above? Why don't you go like something less common or somewhat uncommon?
How about average?
Okay, average.
So sucks. Oh, I don't even know what that
Why
word
don't you
means.
go less average? Go less average. Or somewhat uncommon.
Come
on.
I don't even know what that...
Are you cheating the generator, Jay?
Well, we're trying to figure out the difficulty level of the words, but the problem is when we went higher than common...
Do another word.
I have no idea what the word is.
So? The
Subjectivity.
word so?
I have so many stories about subjectivity.
Do you?
It's unbelievable.
I think we should go back to common because these are really hard words.
Bucket. You ever see that movie? What's the movie with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman where they
The
Bucket?
bucket list?
bucket list? Did anyone see that?
No.
Nah.
It just looked terrible to me. I have no interest in seeing like.
It looked like one of the most uninteresting movies of our times.
Do you think Morgan Freeman has ever turned down a movie?
Maybe, but Samuel L. Jackson definitely hasn't.
No.
Yeah.
That, I was just thinking of someone like who hasn't shut down a movie, and it was definitely
If I
Samuel L.
offered him
Jackson.
$20, I could probably make a handheld movie starring Samuel L. Jackson. Just say motherfucking, and we'll call it a day.
You know who also is in a ton of terrible movies lately? Nicolas Cage. I always every once in a while get in the subway. I see him in a movie where he's like fighting crime in like Thailand.
Yeah, he was on a roll in the '90s, and
now he's in every bad movie. Like there's always any bad action movie, Nicolas Cage is in that movie.
I kind of like National Treasure though.
Did you?
I did. I liked the first one.
never saw it.
I never saw it.
It's pretty good. You know who's in a lot of movies? If you ever seen you know who Diedrich Bader is? Bader.
Never heard of him in my life.
No,
You know him though. If you've seen the Drew Carey show, that one, not the tall guy, but his other friend. I think his name was Harvey Lee Oswald or something.
He was in Office Space, and he was the next door neighbor.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
him. He's funny.
He's in a lot of movies.
I don't know what movies you're watching. I haven't seen him in anything since Office Space.
Napoleon Dynamite. He played
That was before Office Space, wasn't it? No, that was after. That was after.
He was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back as the cop. I don't know. He was also in Balls of Fury too.
Yeah.
So he makes really great movies.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Do you have like a DVD collection of the best of supporting actors from the Drew Carey show?
The tall blonde guy who was in that
You know who wasn't in Maxim?
that game show.
You know who wasn't in Maxim? The fat woman on the Drew Carey show. I'm surprised she wasn't in Maxim.
I know.
She was hot.
Mimi?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ugh. I know a lot of girls who like put makeup on. I'm not going to say names, but they look like fucking Mimi.
I want first, last, and addresses.
She was just like, you put makeup on a cow.
There are women who do that, though.
Put makeup on a cow?
Yeah. And by cow, I mean themselves.
I thought the cow was a metaphor for themselves.
Yeah. I'm a minimalist makeup guy. As far as my preference of women, not on myself.
I was going to say, I couldn't even tell you were wearing makeup, so...
That's how minimalist I am. It's very subtle.
What do you think of spray tanning?
I think it's a little homosexual.
Just a little.
And I also think it makes you look a little orange.
Yeah, a girl at work always does it. And she,
It definitely doesn't look like a real tan.
But it when she does the first day she does it, it's a little orange. Then it looks more normal thereafter.
First day is hilarious, though.
Yeah,
It's like, were we at the beach? No, I was standing in front of an aerosol can.
I know someone who her skin is it's like Casper basically. Mm-hmm. She showed up one day like dark orange basically. And
That's
I'm
hilarious.
like, what'd you do? And she's like, nothing. What are you talking about? I'm like, what'd you do?
Aren't you supposed to apply like lightly and gradually so it actually resembles
I think she applied lightly and gradually 18 or 19 times
overnight?
overnight.
That's ridiculous.
What would you
That's
if you were to go
disgusting.
tanning though? Would you lay in a bed and have the ultraviolet rays on you, or go spray tanning?
I would do the stand-up thing.
Stand up.
Yeah, they have the stand-up booths. So, because, like, when you lay down, you don't really... Do you get it all over yourself? Is there a bottom to it?
I think there's a bottom and a top.
Oh. Well, I did the stand-up one once because I get sun poisoning in about 7.5 minutes. And I was going to Florida, so I wanted to get a base. And so I went to the tanning place. And they wouldn't even, like, give me... Like, usually you get, like, 10 minutes. And the girl looks at me and she goes, 4 minutes. And I got 4 minutes and I was, like, pink all over. It was ridiculous.
You know what I don't
She
get?
said it like that though, like 4 minutes.
Well, I was like, should I get 10 or 9? She's like, no, 4.
She probably said like, "Listen, we don't want you to die in our booth."
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
You know what?
Just
Like,
melt.
there's always trends in society. Things like at some point, like short skirts are in, some point long skirts are in, and like
Right,
people
right.
like it at those times. So when is the tan look going to go out of fashion? I am pale as fuck, and I'm waiting for one day people to be like, "Damn, I wish I could get as pale as you."
I think it's starting to make a comeback.
Really?
I think the natural not tan look is starting to be cool again.
Like people will be like, I wish I could look deathly like you."
Well, I think people are like, I don't want to look orange. And, like, if the sun's out, that's cool. I'll get some sun, but I don't need to fake going outside.
So people are gonna be like during the summer, they're gonna be like sitting inside, like I go outside, I might get tan, and I want to keep my pale look. 'Cause
Maybe
that's
in
what guys like.
maybe in 5 to 10 years. I think right now it's just like a whatever. Like, I don't know. Most girls, I don't feel like, well, she's hot, but I really wish she had more of a tan.
See, I guess like the two things that are not going to come back, I think, really are being pale and girls being fat. There's never going to be like the 1800s where like they appreciated fat girls.
Right, but I don't appreciate underly thin girls either.
You need meat, man. You need meat on the bones.
Yeah, you got to eat a little bit. I mean, some of these people just look gross. They're so skinny.
Yeah, anytime you can see like their ribs.
Yeah, not a
That's
turn
a lot.
on. Not a turn on.
No, I'd rather not fuck the rib.
Especially if they're orange ribs.
That goes back to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen talk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we were talking about them before the show. They're hot.
They they need to eat more.
Do you think Bob Saget got with both of them or just one of them?
I think he tried with both. I think they might have been too young at the time, but he definitely tried. He's like the worst stand-up comedian I've ever seen, by the way.
He really is.
Saying a curse is not a joke. If you're over 7.
I got really excited for the HBO special because I had heard about how such a great comedian he was.
I was at his HBO special.
You were there?
Yeah.
Holy crap, the thing was awful.
Fell asleep, literally.
Holy crap.
Me and Alex went, and I passed out about 20 minutes in. And woke up 20 minutes later, didn't miss anything, because he was still just saying curses.
I just don't understand how he did comedy anywhere before, and people were like, this is good, let's put him on HBO.
Yeah, I'm over the irony of that he was goody two-shoes on his show, and he's like a dirty old man. I'm over it. He's not a funny guy.
But he was a dirty comedian prior to that also, I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why did he get roasted, though? Like, what did he...
The roasting, they don't do the roast. It used to be like a thing of honor where, if you've made your mark in comedy, everyone honored you by roasting you. Now they just do it by who's easier to make jokes about.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a thing of ratings more than anything.
Yeah. So, obviously Pamela Anderson hasn't really done shit except run around in slow motion in a red bikini or whatever.
Just one big set of tit jokes.
Yeah, exactly. They make big vagina jokes, big tit jokes. And, all the people lately. Do you really think Larry the Cable Guy deserves to get roasted?
He's actually one of the
No.
he's one of the most popular comedians in the country.
Which says a lot about our stupid country.
I think he's the highest earning, or the second highest earning comedian in the country.
Are you serious?
Behind, the only other person that might be more money is Dane Cook. Combined, they couldn't make anyone laugh.
Yeah, is this like reverse order of talent?
Actually, Larry Cable Guy is better than Dane Cook.
I don't know.
Dane Cook's fucking
Yeah, I don't know, man. When I listen to Larry Cable Guy, it's to the point where, like, okay, I get it, you're white trash.
Yeah.
It's like, how many
It's
more?
a dip, dirt, get her done, dip, dirt, get her done.
Yeah, well, Dane Cook is like, I get it, you're animated. You have a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, they're both. I mean, we're
Yeah.
comparing shit right now. But.
like he could say like any word and just like put like energy to it, like baggage, and that's like the coolest word in the world.
Yeah.
It's like, I went to mail a letter. It was crazy. There were people in like the post office, and oh my god.
I had envelopes, and there were people, and I took a stamp. A stamp? Everyone has stamps. And I put it on the letter. And it was wacky and zany. I fell down.
Yeah.
And then he starts like walking crazy, and everyone's like, "Woo, we're
I'm going to
drunk."
pace back and forth. And the end.
There's not too many clever comedians, man. I miss it.
There's an okay amount. It's the same thing with everything, with music and movies. There's enough good stuff out there. They just don't make it to mainstream.
Right.
Yeah.
Because everyone would rather watch like Medea's 15th movie than an actual good movie.
Fucking ridiculous shit.
Medea.
I almost
Yeah,
got
Medea goes
suckered
to
into that
jail. Medea dresses up like a woman.
old black woman playing basketball.
Right. You haven't heard of Medea?
Is that the? I think I have. Like,
It's the Black Ernest.
I don't get what's the deal with always like the whole Eddie Murphy thing where you have to play 8 characters in your movie. Can't you pay other actors?
I think Eddie Murphy wants to not everyone to realize that he doesn't suck. So he's like, well, if I play 8 characters and they're all kind of crappy, they'll be like, well, I mean, of course they were crappy. He was playing 8 characters.
Yeah.
Rather than playing like one piece of shit for the whole movie.
That actually reminds me of one of the greatest jokes I ever heard on SNL Bill Murray was talking about, it was when we were, it was like 1979 or something. They were signing up putting women in the military. And he's like, of course we should put women in the military. Why wouldn't we? That way, if we like go to war with the Soviet Union and we win, great. But if they win, you beat a bunch of girls.
Nice. I like that one.
Then he went on to say how you should put the gays and the people in the wheelchairs and
okay. I thought you just said they should put the gays in wheelchairs.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, that was on Saturday Night Live, really?
That was the Republicans' next proposal for it.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the next word?
Detector.
Detector, gadget.
Smoke detector. Do you have a smoke detector?
I think so.
I had one.
You don't have one anymore?
No. We had I don't know, it was very loud and very bright and decided to go off for no reason and not stop at about 5 in the morning.
I mean, I think they're really, all they are is your battery doesn't work detector.
Yeah, pretty much. It destroyed my senses because the light was blinding and I couldn't hear shit because it was so loud. So I just swung until I punched the shit out of it. Punched it off my ceiling. It smashed against the wall, and I never reinstalled it.
And then it started a fire.
If the apartment's on fire, I'll figure it out. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's God's will. I'm going to burn to death. Why should I put a smoke detector to break up God's will?
Well, I mean, like, a fire's not going to start if I'm not home. Why would it?
That's true.
And if I am home, I will know because it'll be on fire.
I think the idea is when you're sleeping.
Well, I'll wake up. Why wouldn't you wake up? You'd be on fire. Why wouldn't you wake up?
I think they invented smoke detectors when people were dying in their sleep.
Suckers. Complete suckers.
Those motherfuckers.
Those people must have been very deep sleepers because if I was on fire, I would sure as hell wake up.
You know, they always say, like, how would you like to die? Like, would you want to die in your sleep? Or would you want to die, like, drowning or the worst possible way to die?
Mm-hmm.
And all those things, I'm like, if whatever the event is, 5 minutes later you're dead, they're equally pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
That is true. So I'd rather not be dead.
Yeah, and it's not like you ever talk to someone afterwards and go, yeah, when you died in your sleep, was it painless?
Right. You don't know.
You don't know. That could be like the worst thing ever.
Maybe you have the worst dream for 7 hours.
Maybe when you die in drowning, you have an orgasm beforehand.
You never know.
It's like the greatest thing ever, dying of drowning.
I would want to jump. Yeah, maybe go skydiving without a parachute because at least you have fun on the way down.
No, you know what the danger though is? It's not dying. The danger is living.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be like a vegetable, like able to move just your eyebrow. And people will be like, you know what? If he could answer us, we'd know if he wanted us to take him off life support. We're just going to leave him here for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. They made a movie about that.
Yeah.
Johnny got his gun.
Johnny got his gun?
Yep.
Oh.
He went to war and he got blown up by like a hand grenade and he had no arms and no legs and no face. But he was still thinking. And like the whole movie is just like inside his head. It's really a horrible movie, actually. And
Sounds awful.
He ends
Was
up.
it bad though? Like, 'cause my friend wanted to.
No. It's a good movie. I mean, it's just an awful experience because you feel horrible while you're watching it.
Could you imagine, like, also you end up like that and they're like, let's try to make Jay happy at least. His eye moves. Let's just show him the best of Medea.
Right. Jay loved Green Day, right? Let's just play their discography over and over. So, yeah, he ends up, like, figuring out how to Morse code kill me or something like that by banging his head against the wall. It's a happy
It's not really Morse code. It's just an attempt to kill yourself.
Yeah.
When he keeps banging his head against the wall, I think that means he wants to die.
On a loose nail.
Before people understand what he's saying, he probably has brain damage anyway. It's just
Well, there was that
emotion.
That movie, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly or something.
What the hell?
It was It was about some guy who was like an editor of the French version of Vogue magazine, and he ended up like one day just like collapsed, and he was only able to move like his eye, he was only able to blink, and he
Really?
ended up he wrote a whole book through blinking. And
Really?
they made a movie about it also.
That's pretty
What?
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a true story.
I can't even read a book without
Blinking.
It made me feel pretty bad. Like, I have arms and legs and all that stuff, and I can't write a book, and this guy just blinks.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Do you think you can get away with that if you're like, I know I can talk and read and write, but I'm just going to blink you the words, and you're going to write it down for me?
What, did he blink in Morse code?
I assume eventually they figured out number of blinks equals, I didn't see the movie, but number of blinks equals which letter he's going to write, and like...
That must have taken, like...
Someone had to sit there with him for months.
Worst job ever. That must have taken decades.
I just think it'd be really funny if you were like, I heard how the guy did, the French guy did it, and I wanted to write a book the same way. I know I can move and write and all that, but I'm just going to blink you the words.
Somebody just blew sawdust in his eye. The last chapter makes no sense.
Like TFK9. Fucking... that's weird. That stuff reminds me of Terry Schiavo. The whole Johnny got his gun thing. You guys know who Terry Schiavo is?
Yeah.
Was that sexy brain dead lady?
She was hot.
Yeah.
She made a porn, you know that? With Dustin Diamond.
It was called I Didn't Say No.
Someone made I remember that whole controversy was going on, they made a blog of Terry Schiavo, like, as Terry Schiavo. And every day's entry was just,
Oh my god.
It was pretty awful.
Yet people went every day to see what the update was.
And it was funny because the best part was, it wasn't like there was one entry. There was months of entry.
The fact that somebody went through the trouble of updating a website every day
So funny.
is pretty hilarious.
So the next word is microcomputer.
That's,
It's like a computer but smaller.
right. Reminds me of Soundwave from Transformers. The guys he had in his chest. Those were kind of...
The little cassette tape things?
Well, those are more mini, not micro. But that's close enough.
Did anyone see the new one?
No, I heard it was a steaming pile of shit.
The first one really was not very good either.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was very overrated.
If they should just rename the movie based on what people are actually seeing it for. Like, part 2 should just be called Megan Fox.
Mm-hmm. Megan Fox in slow-mo being chased.
Yeah.
Part 2.
I mean, they don't really even need the like, you'd be like, wow, Transformers weren't even really in the movie. It was just Megan Fox touching herself, and it was awesome.
It would be funny if they did that and called it Transformers 3 and really had no Transformers just to see if anybody noticed. She's just running away from, like, a gust of wind. A car door slams a little too loud. She starts running away.
At the end of the movie, she makes out with Denise Richards. Be awesome.
You know, and I would probably watch that too. Yeah, I don't know. They don't need, I've said this a million times, they don't need humans in those movies. Just have robots punch each other in the face. I'm sold.
It made a ton of money. It made, like, almost as much as Batman's made.
Yeah. That was another overrated movie, though.
You think so?
Way
Yeah, I
overrated.
totally think so.
I thought it was good. I thought not enough of the Joker. I know Joker was like a 40% of the movie, but Joker should have been like 80% of the movie.
Well, that's my point. It was just good. It wasn't...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It wasn't, like, amazing. It was just good.
Okay, yeah.
That was actually like my same complaint. Like there was like maybe 10 scenes with the Joker, and that was it. They needed like a whole fucking movie with the Joker, and that would have been cool.
My rule from what I like to happen in movies, and this will never really happen, but I think once you do a movie, you're not allowed to leave that character completely behind. Mm-hmm. So, like in the Batman movie, he's got to still be the guy from American Psycho. Mm-hmm. I think it would be
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, like in the middle of the movie, Batman talking about like murders and executions, and
The Joker hands him his business card and he freaks out.
yeah,
It's
that
nicer
would make
than
it
his.
such a better movie.
That would.
Just like little things in the movie. It doesn't have to be completely the character, but
Will Ferrell makes a new movie and you don't notice anything because all he does is run around in his underwear anyway.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
I'll never see a Will Ferrell movie again.
It'd be
Ever.
like certain.
Ever.
I was gonna say certain characters. Not to go back to Will Ferrell in a second, but certain characters would be great. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, I'd see every movie of his because he'd still have to be the retarded kid from like What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
And at the end of every movie, he drowns in a cold ocean.
Yeah, like he'd be fighting crime, but still have to like touch his nose with his hand the way he did in What's He?
Yeah.
He's just him running around the fucking Titanic.
I'm king of the
that'd
world. Yeah, retarded Titanic. They need to make Titanic 2. The untold story.
The Return of the Titanic.
Yeah.
Like it like takes it like actually like comes out and like kills people.
It comes back from the grave and runs over smaller ships.
That's the other thing I want them to do is like combine movies. They can easily make Pirates of the Caribbean 4 Pirates versus Titanic. Mm-hmm. Totally like.
They combine it with Jaws. You just put like teeth on the front of the Titanic.
Yeah. Or they could do Transformers 3, Transformers versus RoboCop.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
It'd make
Now I think of it, you could put the Pirates of the Caribbean versus Pearl Harbor. That kind of cool. Instead of the Japs attacking, you could do the Pirates attacking Pearl Harbor.
Freddy versus Jason versus Ghoulies versus Puppet Master versus Evil Dead.
Or do combine things, like combine Schindler's List with like attack on like Pearl Harbor and like have the Japs bomb the Nazis.
Schindler's List with The Passion of the Christ. Just the most depressing movie of all time. Nobody wins. Okay. What do we got next? That was the worst word ever. Give us a good word.
You think they're going to make a Passion of the Christ Part 2?
They could.
Why not? I mean, the first one made a lot of money. I thought in Hollywood, if something makes a lot of money, like they make a Part 2.
Jesus is back and he's pissed. It's like Easter, but instead of just coming back, he comes back angry.
Yeah.
He comes back for everyone's brains.
Like, the Passion of the Christ, Part 2. This time, he's serious.
Everyone's a sinner.
I didn't see the first one.
I didn't either.
I mean, I didn't think it would be like that. Like, you'd see it and you'd be like, wow, I didn't know that part about Jesus.
Yeah, I get it. He got hurt and he murdered. Well, I don't know. What do we got? Muddle? Puddle of Muddle? They're an okay band.
They had a song which I really got into when I broke up with my old girlfriend.
She Hates Me?
She fucking hates me.
Yeah, that's a great song.
That's a pretty good song.
Yeah. Puddle of Muddle, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone drops the last three letters. Just
is the actual name of the band Puddle of Muddle?
No.
I didn't think
It's Puddle of Mud.
Muddle of Pud.
I got nothing from muddle. That's like the stupidest word we've gotten.
What does it even mean?
I have no idea.
When I think of muddle, I think of a fat guy kind of chugging along. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, like muddling through life.
Muddling.
Next word.
Yeah.
Wobbling.
3.
That's a very generic word.
Yeah. I mean, 3, things always come in 3. Like the deaths. Michael Jackson, Ed McMahon, and Farrah Fawcett. I felt bad for Farrah Fawcett. I mean, like, talk about, like, you die, everyone's like, wow, oh, shit, Michael Jackson's dead.
I was in Long Island last weekend. First 10 pages of the paper were Michael Jackson. Embedded on the 4th page in a little box was Farrah Fawcett. And, Farrah Fawcett wasn't a creep.
No, and she did Playboy.
Just saying. I know Farrah Fawcett didn't make Thriller, but...
She also looked like a human being.
Yeah, she didn't dissect her face. Just saying.
It's kind of crazy. I was watching first of all, every bar I went to over last weekend, they played Michael Jackson 300 times in a row. It was like...
Yeah, it's like, well, if you didn't play it a week ago, what's the difference, really?
Yeah.
I never got that.
But, I was watching him sing Billie Jean, like, live on YouTube. And, it's freaking amazing, like, how, like, he was, like, such a height. Like, he was, like, if you were watching it then, you'd be like, wow. A, this guy's unbelievably talented. He's unbelievably rich. Women fucking love him. I would kill to be this guy. Mm-hmm. And if you found out, though, you killed the guy you'd end up being, 20 or 30 years later, would be the biggest freak alive who touches boys. Yeah,
nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like...
It was so gradual, like, people were like, oh, he looks a little different, That's kind of odd, but, he's still making awesome songs. That's cool. And then, like, 10 years later, you're like, well, he hasn't really made anything in a while, and he's starting to look a little scary, and he hangs out with a lot of boys.
Yeah. He had a monkey for a while.
Yeah, he did. He
used to hang out with a monkey and Gary Coleman for a while.
That sounds like a sitcom. Michael Jackson, Gary Coleman, and a monkey. That would be the name of it too. You wouldn't even have to have a creative name.
Yeah, you really wouldn't.
Tell me you wouldn't watch that. A show called Michael Jackson, Gary Coleman, and a monkey.
Yeah, especially now it would be like Weekend at Bernie's with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael, we got a tour. No one's got to know that you're...
Weekend at Neverland Ranch. That would take It would take interesting puppet skills to do the moonwalk, though.
You do the moonwalk and his leg would fall off halfway.
Oh, my God. How did we go from 3 to Michael Jackson corpse moonwalking?
It is kind of though crazy though. Like he's the biggest icon of like our life, music icon of our lifetime, or one of the biggest.
Yeah, he's like the next generation's Elvis.
Yeah, and he put out so much music when he was a kid. Also, like when he was in Jackson 5, you don't even realize how much music was put out by them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In Union Square, they have a midget Michael Jackson impersonator.
Nice.
Yeah, he gets $1.
Does he play Jackson 5 Michael, or does he play like Thriller Michael?
He plays a little of each, usually Thriller Michael.
Yeah.
He does the moonwalk. He wears the glove. It's pretty awesome.
But you know what I was thinking? So like Michael Jackson back then, you'd be like, he's a god. This is who I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, picking someone at random, like David Wright plays third base for the Mets. Really good looking guy, gets lots of hot girls. Plays for the Mets, makes millionaire.
Yep.
Like I want to be him.
Mm-hmm.
20 years from now, you don't know. He might be like a rapist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
might be-
Say a guy was a Heisman Trophy winner in football,
Yeah.
breaking all sorts of records, and then he murders a bunch of people.
But does he get away with it? Because it'd be cool if he gets away with it.
But then he gets rearrested for armed robbery, and he's in jail forever.
Well, it's not like he's robbing his own stuff. That'd be stupid.
That's just too crazy.
That's insane.
Nobody would do that.
I wonder if, speaking of jail, Bernie Madoff, so he's sentenced to 150 years in jail.
Yeah, but he's off in 75 for good behavior.
Well, you know what's crazy though? Like, so his lawyer asked for 12 years, and the
Okay.
state asked for 150, and you're like, you're not going to really meet in the middle there.
No,
Like,
no.
It's really like he's like, we want the death penalty and you want probation.
Yeah. Well, basically anything after 20 is a life sentence for that guy because he's pretty old already.
I hope they. You know what I would trade? I give him 5 years in prison instead of 150.
Yeah.
But he's got to go to like 5 years, like hardcore.
Like real prison.
Real
like
prison.
Anal rape prison.
Yeah, like Jeffrey Dahmer killing prison.
Right. Yeah. No,
Put him in there, then I have no problem. Like,
well, then it's like a 2-year sentence because he would definitely either get murdered or kill himself.
and he
he wouldn't last.
he had this extremely high profile lawyer, like this top attorney who's representing him. Why even have a top attorney representing him if you're going to plead guilty and just go to jail for the rest of your life? What's the attorney doing?
I don't know. Well, I guess he got him into that comfy luxury jail instead of the anal rape jail.
I think he should go to anal rape jail.
I think so, too. I think that would be totally fitting for
They
him.
should have court-ordered anal rapings.
What's the point of like giving somebody 150 years?
I think because they can't like legally give life for his
Well-
charges.
Well, that and, like whenever you get 20 years, you're out on like 5 if you're good behavior and all that shit. So, like, giving him 150, there's no chance of him getting out, which is...
Don't you
fitting.
think we'd be kicking ourselves though if he's 180 something and like getting
Yeah.
out, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like, motherfucker.
His secluded, germ-free, luxury food-eating lifestyle makes him live twice as long.
I love his wife was complaining that people are shunning her now. She's like, what did I do? Well, you married Satan.
Yeah, you married the biggest prick of our generation.
And she tried to keep her money like, listen, I wasn't really involved. I made my $80 million separately from him.
Yeah. They should audit her, send her to jail.
You know what's absolutely absurd? So what they let her keep, their settlement with her, she gets to keep, I think something like $1.5 or $2.5 million, plus gets annually $120,000
For what?
for nothing. That was their settlement. They settled with her, taking everything else from her. Then.
Jesus.
I mean, what the fuck? Can you contribute less to society and get more money?
Wow, that's not even right.
Yeah.
I'm working for like 1/20th of that for like bullshit.
Again, I'd have no problem if they anal raped her also.
Yeah, it should actually be required. It's like, yeah, you get $120,000 a year, but every dollar is also an anal rape.
Yeah, you got to earn that, at least for like hourly anal rapings.
Exactly. I don't know. That's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Your punishment is living well.
I mean, the whole thing in general, the idea that he stole $500 cajillion. I'm just amazed that so many smart people got taken. I mean, so many people got taken in by that guy.
It's amazing. What did he do? A Ponzi scheme?
Yeah. You know what a Ponzi scheme is?
Isn't that like all the emails I get every day?
Well, like, it's a certain kind of scheme in particular. The whole idea of a Ponzi scheme is you pay me a bunch of money, and then I pay the old investors with money from the new investors. There's no investment ever made. You just keep paying people basically their interest, making them look like they're making money.
Huh.
So it's a particular. There's a guy named Ponzi, an Italian immigrant who actually did this back in like the I think late 1800s.
So how does he just gets a piece of everyone's thing?
Well,
like, how does he make so much money?
Well, let's say everyone gives you $100 and you're paying them 10% interest. Well, on the one hand, you just keep paying people $10 from new people's money and take the rest of it for yourself. Mm-hmm. The other thing you do is you convince people, you send them statements saying you're making this money. The best thing you should do is reinvest. So people take their earnings and just keep reinvesting. They never actually see their earnings. Mm. So on paper that you're sending to them, they keep making money, but they're never actually making money.
Huh.
You'd be amazed what Wikipedia can tell you about.
Yeah, I'm going to have to read up on that. That's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Although, if you don't get caught, then you have like $1 billion.
The one thing that someone made a point to me was like, what was his end game? Like, at what point was he planning on like
disappearing? See, that's where he failed. Once you have $1 billion, you say, I'm rich enough, and you disappear, and you get away with it. He decided to do it forever.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have been caught if the economy hadn't collapsed.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you have to at some point go, at some point, I will disappear from the earth.
Yeah.
I
think $1 billion is a good number to do that. You buy an island, and you disappear.
Yeah.
You want an arcade, buy an arcade.
Yeah. I'd keep going. I'd go to like 2 billion and then be like, all right, that's enough.
That's enough.
All right, well, even 2 billion. What does that guy have? Like 20 billion?
I don't know how much he actually had. They said like his scheme was worth $50 billion. That compiles everyone's interest that didn't really make in the first place.
Right.
So it was probably down to like they said like realistically he probably stole $12 billion from people.
Right. See, under our plan, $1 billion we would have been out, and under Artie's plan, $2 billion, still $10 billion away from getting caught.
You could take the money. So let's say he has $12 billion. If you make that, you take that in ones. You could build an entire village out of $1 bills.
Yeah, you laminate that shit, impenetrable.
Yeah, like,
and you leave and you buy an island off of U.S. shore, so you're banned from the U.S. You still got your own island, and you're all set.
I think though, if you buy an island, they know you bought the island and you stole $12 billion. They bomb the island.
They should. I don't think they would, but they should.
It'd be pretty cool, though.
That would be awesome.
We know where he is, and we're dropping a bomb.
Yeah, they got new bombs they want to test out. Well, I think this is a good location to test that out in.
Yeah.
Where would you go if you had all that money, though? Like, besides an island, like, what country would you go to?
Some country like Colombia. Something that we don't have like a... Well, I don't know where we have trade and agreements or not have trade agreements.
Right. Yeah, I'd have to do Wikipedia that. But I'd say a country like Amsterdam. But if I had $1 billion and I went to Amsterdam, I'd be dead in about 7 hours.
$1 billion, like, for the purposes that you'd go there for, would be kind of worthless to go to Amsterdam.
Ibiza.
Because like, you'd be in Amsterdam for, like, a couple of years. They'd be like, how much do you spend? Yeah, like $12,000. I was in the coffee shop the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. I meant to spend a lot of money, but I forgot. I would probably go to Ibiza.
They'd find you there. And you'd be on ecstasy. A lot of ecstasy.
I probably would, yeah. I'd probably be raving it up. I would be dancing. And
I actually went to Ibiza once. Have you been there?
You've been to Ibiza?
Yeah, I've been to Ibiza.
It's always been I joke. I want to go to Ibiza so bad. I joke about it because I know I'm not going to get there. And
I've been there and I've gone clubbing there. I'm part of backpacking through Europe after college.
Dude, how was that?
It was fucking pretty cool.
That's it? Just pretty cool?
I'll tell you about the experience.
Not the most orgasmic, greatest day of my life.
You know, it really was. I mean, it's just like, it's beautiful beaches. Obviously, the clubbing life is a big thing there.
Yeah.
And you take ecstasy, and you get fucked up, and you can take ecstasy in your apartment and probably have just as good a time because it's taking ecstasy.
Right.
We took ecstasy, had a great fucking night. Then they have this club there that opens at 8 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the club to go, like, take another pill, and, like, then we were like, why the fuck are we going to a club at 8 in the morning? So we went to the beach.
Because you can go to a club at 8 in the morning.
We took some more ecstasy, went to the beach. Then my friend passed out. And I remember being all fucked up, having bought a spaghetti dinner and eating it on the beach.
For like $35.
100 degrees. Actually, we were in the woods of this. Like, there was like some shade under like some like woodsy area on the beach. We went in there to like hide from the sun. And I was eating a spaghetti dinner, all fucked up on E. I mean, like, wow.
How can you pass out on ecstasy? That boggles my mind.
After being up for 18 hours, you can.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was actually it's a really fun. It was cool. It's the club mecca, and you go there, you're like, oh, how cool could this club be? And you go, and you're like,
The coolest ever.
the one thing I thought was really cool. So they have this club. All the clubs are giant, and they blow cold air into the club. Mm-hmm. Like they have a big thing that blows cold air. So you're like, I'm kind of sweating. Oh, we'll take care of that. And they blow cold air, and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm definitely going to start.
What's it called? Ibiza?
Ibiza.
Yeah, it's an island right off of Spain. And
They
it's...
have a lot of ecstasy?
Well, it's the International Party Island. Basically, it's an island of clubs and raves.
We bought ecstasy at a club there. That was a good idea.
They still have raves? I thought that died in the 90s.
Most of it did, because everyone would rather hear Usher than actual real good music. And when
I like Usher.
when you hear techno, it's not anything close to European techno, which is actually really good.
Listen, I know we're doing a radio show, and I want to be civil, so I'm not going to get up and beat you to death for insulting Usher. Usher is amazing.
Yeah?
No, I'm just kidding.
He's got that song that goes... Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, how can I down a song like that?
He was playing. They had the NFL kickoff for the last season. They had a thing where they had Usher playing, and they had some other shitty bands, and it was right by my apartment. And it was just weird. I was like, I could hear Usher from my apartment. My apartment. As I opened the window.
That's my idea of hell. Hearing Usher from anywhere is my idea of hell. That song just raises my anxiety level
what's
about
the song?
7 notches.
What's the song?
Burp, 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 burp.
Yep.
It's-
Weep, weep, weep.
I get low.
No, that's a different song.
That's funny.
No, it's that beginning, and then there's a lot of yas. And then,
So you should go to Ibiza. Ibiza's cool.
yeah, I definitely want to hit that. Trying to find a sample of that song.
Is it with Ludacris in it?
I have no idea.
Usher, yeah.
Usher, yeah? Yeah, maybe I'll just put an Usher, yeah.
Yeah. I hate Ludacris. Everything Ludacris says is like...
Is the name, yeah? Is that the name?
Yeah, put it on.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the name of the song.
I like Ludacris. Ludacris is hilarious.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's got a song called The Ho Song. He talks about reaching out to the ozone layer.
You know this song.
Yeah, of course it is.
Probably the worst song ever.
That's the one
made.
that Dave Chappelle made fun of. The yeah.
Which didn't need to make fun of, because it's the worst song ever.
Every party I go to, that song goes on. People like that song.
When it comes on, I leave. I can't even handle that song. It's against everything I stand for. Next word is warming.
Warming.
My blood pressure warmings when that song comes on.
Is the global warming?
I think it is, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's rained for about 17 consecutive days.
You know what I hate? When people are like, it's like middle of the winter, it's cold out, and they're like, what happened to global warming? You're like, okay, it doesn't mean it's just getting warmer in general.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess we cured cold warming with a snowstorm.
Well, we had global warmings happening, so there's no winter ever again.
Yeah.
Instantly. Yeah.
I heard someone saying they should rename it global fucked upness.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, global chaos. Seriously, it rained about 17 days out of 21 in June.
We don't have normal seasons anymore. We have in New York we have no snow cold season. Mm-hmm. We have snow week. Mm-hmm. Then we have nice weather for a day. Then we have rainy months.
Then we have 48 hours of spring.
Oh, we also have insanely humid summer.
Oh, that's about 3. No, that's like 3 months.
Yeah.
We have too humid to move season, and then we have. I think we still have a little bit of a fall. I would say we have about 5 months of winter, 48 hours of spring, 4 months of summer, and whatever's left of fall.
I'd say fall's now my favorite season because fall's the only one that's really bearable.
Yeah, fall is like where it's comfortable for more than You could actually go outside and not be sweating your balls off or freezing your balls off.
Yeah, I mean now like it's just so summer and spring are so frustrating now because like 70% chance of rain is the forecast for the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
you guys get like really fucking cold winters. Like when it's cold in New York, it's like.
What do you mean, you guys? You're about 7 inches outside of New York.
Yeah, we don't. Jersey has different weather. We're still cold. It's still cold here.
I mean, it's hard to say you guys versus us when you live in like an annex of New York.
I know. I'm just saying, like
you live
like,
in New York, Junior. New York with smells.
Yeah, I mean here. I mean, I'm doing the show from Guatemala. You guys didn't know that.
No, like the tall buildings, doesn't that like make it colder? Like
no, the entire cement island makes it warmer. Actually,
but it makes it hotter in the summer.
So there, bitch.
Yeah, we don't get as much snow actually because of the buildings. They say.
Although we do get a substantial amount of rain.
Yeah,
because substantial is the new word.
Substantial.
That was probably the most amazing segue of the night.
That was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
We haven't had the best segue so far.
No, we
haven't.
haven't.
One thing that would be better if the random word was segue.
One can only hope. How long do you think we'd have to do the show till we got segue as a word?
We could never get it almost because it's random.
That is true.
And you wouldn't know which is a common word, is a very common word.
I think it's a pretty common word.
I'd say.
We went, there's all these different categories for words, and we went up to average, and I didn't even know what the word meant. What does that say about me?
Can we say obscure? I guarantee we don't know what the obscure.
All right, let's try obscure. Photalgia. All right.
I think if I had photalgia, I'd call the doctor.
Let's go to very uncommon. Chrysolite.
Do they have a section called moron? Because that's the word I should use.
Chrysolite sounds like a mini.
They make Chrysler out of
car.
chrysolites.
Yeah.
Uncommon light face.
Uncommon is light face.
Somewhat uncommon. That's the one we can really use.
Is that like the opposite? Is that what, like when a black guy paints his face white? Like the opposite of blackface?
I thought it was one of the bad guys in Transformers. Light face.
Could be.
Wait, what's the word?
Light face?
Light face?
All right, we're going down to somewhat uncommon. Huntress.
What the fuck?
Well, that's I think that's a character in Warcraft. Too bad we don't
That's
have
what
the
I
doc
would
here.
say that,
Yeah.
If we had the doc here, he'd be able to explain that in
yeah.
explicit
He'd be
detail.
going on for like hours.
You'd be like, you hook up with like a fat girl at a bar late night. You're like, dude, you got with the Huntress.
Yeah. She's got a bow and arrow. All right, let's go back down to average. Let's see what average.
I actually want to see if the word's homicide, and we could do that.
Yeah.
I want to go to obscure and see how many words it takes before we know the obscure word.
I don't think we'd ever get it.
What the
I can't even say it.
Photalgia.
Istiophoridae?
I believe it's the
I know what that is.
I believe it might be an element on the periodic table.
All right, I'll go with that.
A character from
If we can't even say the words, we're not going to know what they mean.
Do one
We
more,
can't
one more,
say-
do one more,
all
do
right,
one more.
I should try to spell them. Just give me a word. I'll try to spell them.
Okay, spell predimunition. It's from the Latin meaning "what the fuck."
Yeah.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
What they need to do is have a dictionary link right next to this because this is bullshit. All right, we're going back to common.
Reservation. Indians live on reservations.
I went to a hotel, but I didn't have a reservation, so I shat in the lobby. And then they said, well, now, not only do you not have a reservation, you're banned for life. My plan did not work out.
Yeah. That's good.
It's better you make reservations nowadays, anyways, because they give you free stuff. Just saying.
They give you free
Like when I made a reservation to the hotel, they give you like a coupon, which is retarded because for anything. When you go to a casino,
a coupon for anything. I want that.
What's up?
I said a coupon for anything. I want that.
Yeah, but it's stupid because the casinos now, like if you have credits or like what do they call that, comps?
Yep.
Any place inside a casino now, if you have a reservation, all your comps are only half of what they're worth. So say like if you have $30 in food comps, you only have 15.
You know, I was in Montreal.
That's two makers.
I was in Montreal this past weekend, and I went to the casino there, and they didn't give you free alcohol. I was so pissed off.
Well, that's horseshit.
How do they not? Most casinos give you free alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how am I going to make terrible decisions with gambling if I don't have alcohol?
How do I go all in on a pair of sevens?
I made a couple bets, realized this is dumb, and that was it.
Wow.
We went to the bar.
You think they'd encourage more drinking?
Yeah.
Because that encourages more ATM trips.
I'd been in Vegas before and had no plans on gambling, just wanted free drinks, and after like a couple of drinks, I'm like, I can win this game.
Yeah.
I fucking bet there's 6 of us versus the one dealer. We definitely gonna win.
Take on the World Series of Poker champ. Fuck it. He's got nothing. We both got 2 cards.
Yeah. How much better could he be at than I am?
Next word is beat.
Beat.
It. Michael Jackson. We already
Ah.
I guess that would also go to like the. That's what you're talking about cops before.
Beat down.
Yeah, beat down.
Yeah.
I don't like beat. It's too generic.
I still think we should do complex. Instinct.
Instinct. What was that? I was thinking of a video game, but I don't think it's. I don't think it has instinct in the name of it. Actually,
I think there's some kinds of birds that when they're born, the first thing they see, usually their mom, they assume is their mom. Mm-hmm. And if they see you, they assume you're their mom. For the rest of their lives, they'll follow you around as their mom.
And you're like, I'm not a bird.
Fucking bird.
Stupid animal.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not going to learn to fly. It's going to learn to scratch itself in inappropriate places.
When I hear Usher, my instinct is to put a pencil into my eardrum.
Too bad Usher didn't see you when he was born. He could think you're his mom.
Dude, that would solve so many problems. Because then I would teach him to fly at an early age and he wouldn't be able to. And then we wouldn't have whip, 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 whip.
Yeah.
See, so many problems would have been solved if Usher thought I was a stupid mom.
Why doesn't he? What's his problem?
I'm going to send him a memo. Remember when you were hatched in a nest? All right, this is getting retarded. Holy shit.
What's the next word?
Next word is arena.
Arena Football League.
Never been in one.
You know, you've seen Arena Football League.
Yes.
It's like
That's
football.
where you can get a touchdown if you run 2 yards.
Yeah. I love watching football. I fucking want to, like, it's like watching a Bob Saget comedy thing, watching, like, Arena Football. It's terrible.
It's like
So
watching the
bad.
WNBA.
WNBA. You know what the thing is? You know what I don't get with WNBA? It's not like the NBA.
Everything.
Well, yeah. It's like the NBA makes a big deal about advertising towards women. They don't give a
Right.
shit about the female audience.
Right.
So should the WNBA stop advertising to me? Just advertise to women. If
Yeah.
it's such a popular thing, women will watch it. I feel like every time as a guy you watch WNBA, you're watching it because you have a girl with you and you don't want to feel like an asshole.
It's because you like watching layups instead of dunks.
Yeah, it's like watching the Special Olympics. You don't really want to watch, but you feel bad.
If you want to see a lot of missed shots and a couple rebounds, WNBA. I actually have tickets next Friday for the Liberty, the New York WNBA team.
Yeah.
Well, the deal is my buddy works at Cablevision, Martin, co-host Martin. And I don't know if I should say where he works, but too late. And employees...
His social security number is 07264.
employees and friends of employees get to play on Madison Square Garden Court for an hour the day of the game with purchase of Liberty ticket.
Do you win anything extra if you actually beat the Liberty?
Maybe we're going to try. And then when the game starts, then we just go home.
Oh, nice.
I figure it's worth $10 just to play on Madison Square Garden.
That would actually be awesome. I would totally want to play in that.
Absolutely. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm in. As long... Stipulation, we have to leave before the game starts. I am not watching 1 second of the Liberty.
Are they playing on the floor while you're playing, or are they, like, being too important back in their rooms?
I don't know. They might be shaving their mustaches.
You remember back in the day, Larry Johnson was like, he like put a wig on in a commercial and it was like Big Bad Mama.
Grandmama. Yes.
I'd fucking watch the WNBA if they would just do that in reality. They'd put a wig on Shaq and had him play the whole game. It'd be so funny having watching the girls trying to guard Shaq.
A whole game of grandmas.
Yeah, Shaq like slamming on the girls.
Just these massive. Just get Shaq, like Dwight Howard, LeBron. Everyone's dunking from like the 3-point line in a grandma's outfit.
Actually, remind me. Actually,
That I would watch.
the funniest skit ever on SNL, and you can dispute this or not.
Okay.
The funniest thing they've ever done on SNL. Charles Barkley was the host, and they had him play Barney in a one-on-one basketball.
Nice.
And he basically tore the crap out of Barney.
That sounds awesome.
It was the funniest.
Was
skit.
that a while ago?
This was a long time ago. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was when Barkley was like going to the finals and stuff.
Oh, okay. So that was like 93.
And also when Barney obviously was big also. But it was I've never seen it.
94.
It was also they had those commercials like Godzilla versus Barkley at the same time, and they were
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you
I
ever
don't know.
get a chance, you should YouTube. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see on SNL.
I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
You know what you never hear someone say? You know what the funniest thing I ever see on SNL? It was recent.
Yeah, exactly. The funniest thing I've ever seen on SNL, it's when Keenan laughed through his lines for 5 straight minutes. Or Horatio Sands.
You know what's thinking of SNL now? People laughing at their own stuff. There's something I want to bitch about.
Okay.
So, who's the guy that used to be on SNL and now has Conan's job?
Oh, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, he laughed through his lines. I don't know if it's as much as Horatio Sands or Keenan, but he was more annoying about it somehow.
Horatio Sands is not funny. Also, I've never seen him do like a thing where I'm like, oh, that was funny. Glad they have Horatio.
Yeah.
But
His funniest thing was in Step Brothers, where he did the Billy Joel cover band.
oh yeah, that was funny.
That was like the only funny thing he's ever done, and it was after he left Saturday Night Live.
But so they had a thing on Jimmy Fallon's show where Zach Morris or Mark Paul Gosselaar came out as Zach Morris. You guys hear about this?
I'm dumbfounded you knew his name.
Yeah, I mean, I have a collection of things devoted to him.
Dead Man on Campus, his best role ever.
It was. But anyhow, so he came out, and like the whole thing was that he was like, I guess Jimmy Fallon wants to make a Saved by the Bell reunion. And he came out, and instead of being Mark Paul Gosselaar, he played Zach Morris. And he dressed like Jack Morris, and it was pretty funny.
Did he have the huge cell phone?
Yeah, he had the huge cell phone and
Nice.
everything.
Yep.
Nice.
The unfunny part of the thing was he came out, and Jimmy Fallon goes, wait, you're not Zach Morris, you're Mark Paul Gosselaar. And he's like, no, I'm Zach Morris. And he's like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. I'm really Zach Morris. He's like, no, you're not. I'm like, Jimmy Fallon, what the fuck's wrong with you? Pretend he's Jack Morris, just go with it.
Yeah, exactly. was he like trying to ruin the skit, or like?
I think his version of funny was to keep telling him he wasn't Zach Morris the whole time. And I was like, just interview him as Zach Morris. It'd be fucking hilarious.
Zach Morris under his breath is like, next line.
Weren't they supposed to get the reunion going for the Saved by the Bell? They were like trying to. I think that was the whole reason.
Yeah, that rumor's been going on for like years. Screech is too busy doing dirty Sanchez's. The word is cartridge.
My favorite word.
Cart.
Makes me think of video games.
Oh yeah, you can't say cartridge without thinking of old school Nintendo games. And everyone's like, "Oh fuck, getting this guy on video games." Maybe we should spare my old school Nintendo nostalgia hour.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, there's so many games you can talk about for so long. And
Personally, my favorite cartridge is the Link and Zelda ones that were gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it makes me think of.
The cartridge family.
I was thinking that's a fucking... Wow, you read my mind. That's crazy.
They had that hit, I Think I Love You. The cartridge family.
what am I so afraid of? I just like, even though I know, I just like saying that.
That was, as gay as it sounds, that's a great song.
It really is.
Tell me it's not on your iPod. Tell me that.
You know, like one of a gayer song that, like, if you don't like it, get out of my country. Believer by the Monkees. How do you not like that?
Daydream
song?
Believer. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not like that song?
I'm actually checking to make sure I have it on my iTunes right now, because if I don't, I gotta add that.
Or
I love the Monkees.
If I don't have that, that's bullshit. No, I got it.
Yeah, I mean the Monkees were kind of they were like Milli Vanilli when it was okay to do that.
No, they actually sang.
They actually sang?
Yeah, they actually sang. They had skills.
Oh, what was the deal? They just didn't write their music, or what was they were like a
They didn't write their music for the first 2 albums, and then they demanded to write their own album, and it got panned.
Why would it ever, like...
Yeah, and then the guy with the hat decided to become a producer.
Yeah.
I think they had a comeback at some point, though. I'd see them live. That'd be a fun show.
If someone else was playing with them, that was pretty good.
Yeah, if they had, like, the Partridge Family and the Monkees.
Yeah, or the Animals, or, yeah, anything.
Ooh,
like,
Animals, yeah.
Like, yeah, House of the Rising Sun would be awesome to hear.
Hell
live.
yeah. House of the Rising Sun and Pleasant Valley Sunday. Fuck yeah.
Who's that? Eric, who's the lead singer of the Animals?
Eric Carmen? No. Eric Burden. Eric Burden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Eric Burden.
It wasn't Eric Bana.
No.
That was the Incredible Hulk, right?
No, that's, is it?
Who's the Incredible Hulk?
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I meant what's the guy, what's his real name, though? Like when he's not green, what's his name, his character's name?
Oh, Bruce Banner?
Oh, Bruce Banner, that's what I'm thinking.
Bruce Banner, yeah.
Oh.
You didn't watch the Hulk and the new Hulk?
I didn't see the new Hulk. Is the new Hulk
Was
good?
it?
Much better than the first Hulk. Much.
The first new Hulk, you mean?
Yeah, the first new Hulk.
No,
Much
like-
better. Much better.
Wait, that's Ed Norton, right? Ed Norton
Yeah, the Ed Norton one is good, actually.
I watched recently I saw a little bit of the old show. And I don't know why, I mean, I used to like it, but it's so
It's not very good.
so bad.
No, not very good.
The new one's actually good?
Yeah, I was impressed.
Oh, I actually kind of hated how the computer, I didn't see it, but I said like the commercial where like he's so big and like giant. The computer animation, like I kind of like the idea of him just being a steroid popping like crazy person.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the comic, he's actually big and giant, so it was good. Edward Norton doesn't really make bad movies. Can't really go wrong with him.
Yeah, ever since Primal Fear, I've been like
He's
been awesome.
underrated. He really is.
What's he done recently?
The Hulk.
Anything else? He's really good. No, I absolutely agree. Like everything.
The
he does.
Illusionist? That was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, that might have been his. See, he's a guy who picks and chooses his films.
Yeah, like he's like, wait, we want you to play a skinhead. I don't know. You're
Let me
gonna
just
be
steroids
you're gonna
for
be a
you.
reformed skinhead. Oh, I can do that.
That was awesome. I don't care, man. A lot of people fucking love that movie.
Who didn't like that movie?
Some people took it as, a couple people I know took it as like took it the wrong way, I guess you'd say, because they thought, oh, it's all been about like hating blacks and stuff. I was like, no, it was like, watch the ending.
The only thing I thought was reasonable was that like it did give skinheads a bad name.
Yeah, they were so respected before that. And,
I saw Keeping the Faith.
Keeping the Faith was great.
That was surprisingly a good movie.
It was. Yeah, so he took 2 years off after The Illusionist, so that's why.
Fight Club obviously was awesome.
One of the best, actually.
That was
an amazing movie. Italian Job was good.
I never saw the Italian Job.
Yeah, it was good.
Which one's Kingdom of Heaven?
Not a clue what that is.
What about 25th Hour? You ever see 25th Hour?
Have not seen
That
it.
was solid, actually.
Rounders,
That was
amazing.
Love it.
People
Oh my
versus
God.
Larry Flint is the first movie I saw him in, and I loved that
I
movie.
forgot he was even in that.
He was the lawyer. Such a good
Oh.
movie, yeah.
You never saw you saw Primal Fear, right?
I think I've seen Primal Fear.
Primal Fear, he's awesome in Primal Fear. That's one of his best movies, if not his best.
Well, he was on a tear for a while. Primal Fear, then Larry Flint. Never Saw Everyone Says I Love You. Then Rounders, American History X, and Fight Club. And Keeping the Faith.
Everyone says I love you. I didn't. That's Woody Allen, though. It's probably good.
And The Score. That was awesome.
I didn't see the score.
What's that movie?
It's so good. He's like it's a heist movie, but he plays like a retarded janitor in the beginning, and I really thought he was retarded. Like before I realized it was him. It was really good.
There's a movie he does with Ben Stiller. Is that Keeping the Faith?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Soul Good Ben Stiller movie.
You don't like any other Ben Stiller movies? I admit Ben Stiller's not that funny at times, but like he's made some funny movies.
Something About Mary was good.
Something About Mary is great. That movie's really fun. It stands the test of time.
All right, it does.
Meet the Parents is actually really funny.
Haven't seen that one.
You've seen Meet
Never
the
seen
Parents?
that either.
No.
You host a comedy show and you haven't seen Meet the Parents?
No, I got so mad.
What's wrong with
I
you?
got so mad at Ben Stiller. I banned him from my eyes.
And what else is he good in? He's Tropic
Tropic Thunder. I thought that movie was great.
I never even heard of that.
Tropic Thunder?
Oh, Tropic. I thought you said Chocolate Thunder.
Oh, he was pretty good at that black exploitation film. Also,
It sounds like a black porno with fat ladies.
You're like, I don't like Ben Stiller. And you're like, he makes movies. I thought you just did that TV show for a little while.
Exactly.
But that was it.
With who is that cynical bitchy woman? Jeanine Garofalo.
Oh, she's really not funny.
No, not really. No.
I listened to her stand up because she had stand up.
Yeah.
I thought, well, maybe it'd be funny.
She should sit down. Yeah.
I was like, this is just her bitching about stuff. Like,
Yeah. I don't like men.
I don't look that attractive. I'm kind of fat. Eat something, bitch. Shut the hell up.
Yeah. It's
Like her and Kathy Griffin, man. I don't like Kathy Griffin. Man.
I used to, my old roommate, his girlfriend used to freaking love Kathy Griffin's show.
Oh.
And she'd sit there and you'd watch it and you'd be like, I'm like, you know what? You don't live here. We can't watch this shit.
Did he go Guinness sole person that ever loved Kathy Griffin's show?
Oh, it is. She is maybe the least funny human being alive. I'm sorry. Fuck Dane Cook and everything else. She's the least funny human being alive.
I'm just amazed she has a career. I am amazed.
Women just shouldn't do comedy.
You know
There's
what
like
I do?
2 or 3 funny women in the world.
You know what?
You know who's actually...
I don't want to sound sexist, but women stand-up comics do, for the most part, stink.
They do. You know, actually, was a pretty good stand-up comic before she became like all weird. Ellen.
Yeah,
Her stand-up is actually really funny.
She was decent. The woman from Change of Heart. Did you ever see that dating show?
No.
She's really funny. She does stand-up now.
Oh.
Actually, you know what I miss? I miss all those dating shows. They had Change of Heart. Did you ever see that one?
No. Which one was? Oh, wait.
Change of Heart is where they had a couple. And then they had them each date somebody who's way hotter than who they're dating.
Yeah.
And they had to choose to want to stay with them or date somebody else.
That's pretty... If you're going on that show, you're probably going to have a change of heart because you know your relationship's pretty much on the rocks.
Yeah, exactly. And there was Shipmates with Chris Hartwig.
Wasn't there one where you like they were all cuffed together?
I never saw that one.
It was
probably like Chains of Love or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous like that. Yeah.
Actually, I lied. I do like one. I like one female comic. I do like Wanda Sykes.
She's alright.
Not really fun.
Lynn Koplitz was the host of Change of Heart.
Oh.
She is still doing the New York comedy scene, and she is actually really funny.
Oh, okay.
But I think we've pretty much covered all the funny female stand-up comedians.
When I see like amateur like comedian females, it's always like she's doing some joke about her vagina, which who the fuck cares?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or she's like doing something like where she's trying to be like a guy, but she's not a guy.
No, it's usually about how men are assholes or about how she's on a period.
Yeah.
Or how she's getting fat and she should stop eating this.
I get it. You like chocolate. I get it.
She's like, you ever notice how guys don't like to fuck ugly girls like myself?
Right. You know what? Everyone likes chocolate. It's not just women. Everyone likes chocolate. It's delicious. You know, that's just like saying, vanilla ice cream. Women just love vanilla ice cream. No, everyone likes vanilla ice cream. It's good.
Yeah, and I don't really want to hear anything ever about your period. Ever,
No.
The only time I ever want to hear about your period is when you say, "Yep, I got it again this month."
Or, I don't have my period anymore, so now we can have sex. That's when I want to hear about the period.
Because she's
What
like
about Tina
70 and
Fey?
she's gone through menopause.
Or just over for that.
Tina Fey, I mean, like, is actually fun. I mean, like, the movie Mean Girls was actually really funny.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay, I know. I saw part of Mean Girls. I was thinking of Baby's Mama.
No, I didn't see that crap.
No.
But Mean Girls was actually pretty damn funny. And she wrote that, so.
Okay, well, Mean Girls wasn't... I saw a half hour of it, and I didn't slit my wrist, so that's fine. But,
And it had, what's her name before she became, too much of a, too weird looking. Too weird, also. Lindsay Lohan, but she was just hot and wholesome.
right. Before she turned 20 and her breasts started sagging for some inexplicable reason.
Yeah, what the hell?
Her breasts started sagging earlier than anybody I can even imagine.
And she got, super tan. That's one where she looked better without the super tan.
Right, because she had those cute freckles, and now it's just
She looks...
tan with these white things, and it looks like a disease.
Yeah, you're like, wow, I want to do the girl from Parent Trap. Now you're like this is a club whore.
Yeah.
Parent Trap, she was like 12, wasn't she?
What's your point?
She peaked. She peaked at Parent Trap.
That's too old. I don't know. I kind of like Rachel McAdams in that, but
Not a clue who that is.
She's kind of hot. You know what's kind of funny though? You did this always happens when guys joke about like doing young girls.
Yeah.
One guy will always have to top the other girl by like making her 8 years old instead of like 12 years old.
Right.
And then you're like, fine, I'm fucking her egg.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams, what was she in? She's kind of hot.
I have no idea who that is.
Wedding Crashers.
Oh yeah, she's hot. I like her a lot.
Was that the crazy one?
No, she's hot too. She's the one that Owen Wilson goes for.
Very disappointed in that movie.
Really?
First half hour, brilliant. Then they decided to get a plot.
Yeah.
If they just crashed weddings and fucked around, best movie ever.
No, never learn a lesson. That's it.
I don't like redeeming values in my movies.
You know what? Actually, comedy was. I was so surprised that it was so good. Role models.
Oh, yeah. I am against most comedies. I loved Role Models.
That and actually one other one that actually I saw the commercial for. I was like, this is going to be shitty. No one's going to see this. It'll be terrible. And I saw it. And I was The Hangover.
Everyone's been telling me that. I got to see it.
It is awesome.
I didn't want to see it because my theory is that every comedy where they go to Vegas is brilliant. Swingers, Go, Very Bad Things.
Yeah, they're all,
And I those are my like 3 favorite movies.
but those aren't straightforward comedies either.
Dark comedies.
No, I mean, like they're like comedy, but like they're like dramas too. Like Go is not really a comedy, and
Go is a dramedy, but
Very Bad Things is the only real dark comedy there.
it's a dark comedy. What would you call Swingers? That's a comedy.
Swingers, it's like just a guy movie. It's not really necessarily. It's not like it was a joke a minute or anything like that.
Okay. All right. How about every movie? Well, they're all hilarious. So,
Well, this one, The Hangover, you will fucking laugh.
and that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, you have to see it.
Original co-host Bry tells me it's on the level of Very Bad Things, which,
It is hilarious.
if you know me, Very Bad Things is where it starts and ends.
I took a girl on a date to Very Bad Things. She didn't really appreciate the dark humor of it.
Did you laugh?
I was fucking cracking up. I didn't really like the girl that much anyhow.
I think that was the most underrated movie. Critics gave that like 1 star. I pissed myself still. I've seen that movie like 20 times. I think
I gotta see that again. I haven't seen it recently, but I loved it back in the day.
Oh, it's so good. Have you seen that already?
No, I'm downloading. I mean, yeah, I've read it.
You're obtaining a legal copy of Very Bad Things?
You know, you could legally download stuff also. Just say I'm legally downloading it from this random website from China.
Right, that you paid for. Yeah, let me know what you think about that, because that's one of my favorites. I have equipped myself with copies of Very Bad Things.
Wow, that was not even... You didn't actually use the random word. You used a derivation of the random word. The word's equipping, and you try to get by with equipped.
Well, you know, equipping is a very specific...
It is.
Isn't that we put nouns. Isn't that a verb? Equipping?
Do you have your equipping for the mountain climb?
Yeah, I'm going to call shenanigans. That's a verb.
Gift.
The Gift was a movie I've never seen.
What was that about?
That's the movie?
That's a movie. You guys never saw that movie that nobody saw?
No, I never saw The Gift.
Well, I'm going to tell you what it's about right now, even though I've
Sounds like a
never seen it.
shitty horror movie.
No.
So, do you guys think Bruno? We were watching, look at IMDb, and Bruno's picture came up. Will Bruno actually be funny?
No.
No.
See, I think they might have just shown all the good parts.
Yeah, it'll have funny... Sam Raimi directed The Gift? That's the director of Spider-Man and the Evil Dead series.
Yeah. What's the
Giovanni Ribisi, he's not bad.
a woman with extensive?
Greg Kinnear?
Greg Kinnear does some good movies.
Hilary Swank?
Hilary Swank. Greg Kinnear does some good movies.
I think I might have to get The Gift.
What's it about?
I have no idea. A woman with extrasensory perception is asked to help find a young woman who has disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds a little boring.
Billy Bob Thornton. Did you guys see that Billy Bob Thornton interview from a while back?
Written by Billy Bob.
Did you guys see that?
Was that the one where you're showing off his vial of blood from Angelina Old Lady Arms Jolie?
No, but apparently it's another interview I should watch. The one where like he went on with his band on some Canadian radio show, and the Canadian guy was asking him like what got him into music, and he's like, "What the fuck? You wouldn't ask
Oh
Bono,
yeah.
what got him into music? And he's like, well, you're a fucking actor. What got you?
Right.
He was such an asshole to the host.
Yeah, it was weird because he started a new band of like old creeps, and they decided to introduce him as like Billy Bob, the Academy Award-winning actor, and he wanted to be totally separated from his acting career. So he got pissed instantly that they mentioned that he was from movies.
Yeah, he didn't get in his head that the only reason he's ever had a music gig for this band is because he's an actor.
Right. So your shitty band that nobody likes is not in open mic stage right now because you're Billy Bob.
The best part, at the end, when the band's going to play, like every band goes on a show, does an interview, then plays.
Yeah.
Billy Bob's like, I'm not going to play. The rest of the band's going to play. And the host is like, are you kidding? And he's like, listen, I play whatever. The guitar tournament. I'm not going to hold that in here at 6 in the morning. And the guy's like, are you... Oh, fine, whatever.
Wow, that's just... He's a weird dude.
It was the... I mean, if there was an award for get over yourself kind of thing...
Yeah, exactly.
That would be what he'd get. Like, it was unbelievable.
He's a little creepy. I don't know about him.
I don't know. I haven't actually really loved him in any movies. Well, actually, he was... I loved him in...
Sling Blade.
Well, I haven't seen that. I know I should see that. I actually kind of loved him in Bad Santa.
Bad Santa was completely brilliant.
I thought it was
and
hilarious.
he decided to make 3 movies after that were all the same character. It worked in Bad Santa, though.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears. I don't know.
But Bad Santa, I thought was... Some people say they didn't like that movie, and I don't know why. The movie was so, like... His character was great.
What else we got?
What's the next word?
Yeah, that was a stupid word. The next word is steel.
TTL.
As in S-T-E-E-L. As in the metal. As in the next word is sunk.
My battleship.
Yes. These words are not being very fun.
Well, I mean, maybe you're not being kind of the word. You got to give a good story for the word sunk. Do you have any good stories about, say, you had an ocean liner and it sunk?
I had a submarine and it sunk, but that's completely natural for a submarine.
Yeah, that's true.
It sunk and there was no follow-up because that's its purpose.
No one ever seen people going on under when you're near a submarine.
Right.
Yeah.
And I went to my parents' place last weekend and I went in their pool and I sunk, but it's only a 4-foot pool, so I just stood up.
Yeah, that's true. There's two of them.
And the crisis was avoided.
Is the whole pool only 4 feet?
4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet. I was in a cube.
Oh.
And you just stand up and you can't move in any direction.
Was there a thing with a shower above you?
There was, actually. And there was a roof above my head. Maybe it wasn't in a pool at all.
What's the next word? Next word we will find a story of.
Yeah.
Dollar.
Billion. Alright, show sounds like I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. I was up in Montreal this weekend, and you give a Canadian dollar, and basically the rate you get your dollar to Canadian dollar, it's almost like you give them. Basically, you give them $1 American, they give you like $1.07 Canadian.
Really? I thought they gave you like 25 cents.
No, well, I guess we weren't going to the right places. The ratio is like 87 cents a dollar. Anywhere you go over there, you can't get that damn rate.
Mm-hmm.
And so you basically the dollar is almost equivalent to the Canadian dollar. But everything's in Canadian prices. You're like, oh, what the fuck? It's Canadian money. You just asking out people. It basically like make it mother in the bar for a strip club.
Well, so you put change in the girls' G-strings?
They don't go for that. They actually take the 20 treatment.
20s?
Yeah, the lap dance and stuff.
Oh. Yeah. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
I went to one strip club ever.
Ever.
And I was not impressed with the clientele.
Not the dancers, but the clientele, the people that you would be getting dances around.
Yeah, I was like, no, thank you.
You were like, you expected to be a more upscale clientele at a strip club?
No, not really. I went to a dumpy place in Queens, and it was like 7-foot black lady walks up, and she's like, you want a lap dance? And I'm like, no. Okay. And she's like, I'll do things you've never seen before. And I was like, that's fine. I've liked the things I've seen, and I'm not interested in the things I've not seen. So please move along.
I noticed one thing that you referred to her as a black lady, not an African American lady. Earlier when the show began, you called someone, you used the word African American. I feel like as the show went on, you're like, later on the show, you're used to be like, I don't know what
Where are you going with this? I don't even know what you're saying with this.
I don't know what you're going to what word you use later. Like you're like very like.
The thing is, I asked if her roots were from Africa, and she said no, so that's why I said black.
Oh, okay.
I did my research first. It's completely not racist because I asked what her origin was.
I kind of hate that like you have to use the word African American. Well, black is the descriptive term. I don't know, and I don't know half the time if black's the correct term to use. I don't know if people are going to get offended. You're like, I didn't know that was the offensive word.
I'm really offended by the African American thing because 95% of the time they're not African American.
Yeah,
and I don't ask to be called European American and 3 times removed.
Yeah, why also define them to a continent? Why not define them at least to a country? Right. Like Nigerian American, like Chadian American, like that would be give them a little more sense of identity.
Right.
Like people
have
who are
some
Russian,
pride in that shit.
Russian, you can say a Russian American because from Russia.
Yeah. No, I don't agree with that.
Not like rest of world American or something like that.
Right. If I could be called white, you could be called black. It's fine. Yeah, brown is racist, but it's more accurate.
Well, we're not really white either.
Some of us are. I am.
Not really white. You're kind of a mixed, like politically different than white.
Am I? I'm really pale.
I'm kind of pale too. Actually, that sounds like correct. You're not actually like Casper.
Are we going by women colors now? Because women have like a million colors for it's
shades.
Yeah, like you tell them white, they say what kind, and they have like 20 different kinds of white.
Well, it's like if you go to like get like paint and like there's like 400 things of like just white.
Yeah,
and you're like.
They're all white. Like if my girlfriend painted the entire apartment and she used a certain kind of white and told me it was a different kind of white, I would have no idea. I would just say it's white.
You said that with eggshell. This is not fucking eggshell.
This is cream colored. Oh my god. We're gonna have to talk.
You know the
and we can never talk right away.
I couldn't come up with 20 names for white, much less like 100 names for white.
I can come up with what we just said, and then that's about it.
Cream, egg, bunny white,
Snow
White,
China white,
cocaine white.
Yeah. Oh, you have lovely apartment. These walls, they're cocaine white. Oh, that's wonderful.
Pure cocaine white.
Pure cocaine white.
Colombian cocaine white.
Tables, heroin brown.
Does heroin come from white?
I don't call heroin comes in.
How about wood when it's been completely burnt white? Sometimes it's white.
You can burn white?
Yes. Wood can, the ashes are white. Ash, wood, white.
Michael Jackson white?
Michael Jackson white. The white is still the white. We have the background of a Microsoft Word sheet white.
But your apartment's really dark. Yeah, it's Michael Jackson white. In 20 years, it'll be white.
Michael Jackson white from 1975.
In 10 years later, it gets lighter over the years.
Yeah, exactly. I have the E key from a keyboard white. I don't touch that one as much as the others, so it's whiter than the ones that are a little bit dirt stained.
How did you know Michael Jackson was dead? All Cub Scouts were at half-mast.
Oh, no.
I got so many fucking Michael Jackson jokes. Like,
billions. He's probably the most joked about comedian.
Yeah, before he died too, though, man. There's so many of them. Like the one with the what's the difference between Michael Jackson and Xbox 360?
What?
Nothing. They both come in black and white and get turned on by boys.
Yeah.
Next.
I don't know. I gotta check my phone. There was one with
Jesus Christ, man! Come prepared. I expect everyone who co-hosts to have at least 40 Michael Jackson jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like. It's weird also because you're like, oh my god, he's dead. Remember, like, he touched boys, right? Yeah, I guess I'm sad, but I guess he's a bad person, but he's so weird. Maybe he didn't touch the boys.
But he made Thriller.
If he was anyone else and he touched boys, people would be like, good, the fucker's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he made Thriller.
So the big thing is, like, if you're going to, like, be a pedophile, you have to release, like, a couple hit albums beforehand, and then it's cool.
Make one of the greatest R&B albums ever, and then touch whoever you want.
Then you do whatever you want.
Go to town.
Yeah.
So on that note, I think episode 66 is about come to an end. It's a pretty long episode, actually. I don't know if you guys have realized that.
It's, yeah.
About to hit the hour and a half mark.
What's the average for a show?
About 10 minutes less than what we've done.
Okay. So it's not really that far over.
Not too far.
Yeah.
But whenever we say we ended, it goes another, like, 10, 15 minutes.
Like it's doing right now?
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you think we'll get up to number 8?
Probably, yeah.
Will you say we're in the top 8 then?
We'll probably be in the top 5 before this is over.
But you won't refer to, like, we're in the top 10, unless if we're at number 9, you're going to say we're in the top 9.
Right. This is going to be in the top 8 of length of shows. And then at least in the top 57 of quality of shows.
At least the 99.8 percentile.
At least in the 7 percentile of quality of programming.
Yeah.
So the way it goes is you go to brinkofsanityshow.com and there's a vote link. And I really need all the listeners to vote this month. We are in the top 10 right now. The top 6 right now.
Yeah.
And I would like to keep that going for a few days. So please send us your vote.
I mean, think about it this way. You can do 2 things tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You can go donate some money to fight cancer. And you know what's going to happen the next day? Cancer's going to still be there.
There's no cure.
Nothing you're going to do about it.
Waste of your time.
On the other hand, you can go vote, and we will actually move up. You'll see a difference. And it doesn't cost any money.
If 6 people vote right now, we're in the top 5.
I mean, pretty much the only thing you can do in your life, the only vote you can make, and it actually will matter, is this.
Yeah,
I mean, voting for president, shit hasn't changed.
No, pretty much. Plus, I also said last episode that if we were in the top 10 for the first week, I would do 10 shows this month. And everyone probably wants to see me freak out and try and find guest hosts and think of shit to say.
Yeah.
For
he said if you made him number 1, he'd actually get a sex change operation. So, guys,
I'll go with that because there's no way I'm getting number 1. So I'll go with that.
If you have 38,000 friends, tell them to vote.
Guys, all we need is 119 votes to be number 1 right now.
Yeah.
All we need is like 100 more votes than we've ever gotten ever.
Can I talk about one more thing that annoys me while we're still on?
Yeah, that's what the show's about.
You know, like that you see on like those infomercials where they're like, we're gonna you get rich quick kind of thing. Where like we set up a website. You give her money and they have like internet solutions and they set up a website. Like you're not good at the internet, don't worry, you don't have to deal with that. And everyone's like, oh, I got $14,000 in the first 7 hours. Mm-hmm. Something like ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I guess if they're filming commercials and putting them on the air, why can't the government go and arrest them right there? Like, how do these people actually air commercials? They're airing commercials of crimes they're trying to commit on you. They're trying to rip people off, obviously.
I wish my dad was on right now. He just had a contact with one of those websites, actually.
Oh, what happened?
He actually decided it was like a 30-day money-back thing. So he decided to get their material just to see what it was about.
Oh, yeah? What do they do?
And you call the number, and it's like Boiler Room.
Yeah.
So they talk to you on the phone, and they try and get you to invest in this shit. And he's like, we got this great opportunity. All you have to do is invest $500. It's usually like $5,000, but today, wait, hold on, let me get this approved. And he goes into the other room. It's like, I just talked to my boss. It's, we got approved $500. All you have to do is pay us $100 a month till it's paid off.
I was watching this thing that I guess the Federal Trade Commission, they're trying to go after these people more. Mm-hmm. And they released this thing, this video, and one of the guys is a former scam artist. They used to do this, be on the other end of the phone calls. And he said, like, one of the techniques was, anytime someone's like, let me think about it, he's like, you know what? You go and think about it. I have a bunch of meetings today with people who are really interested investors. I really can't waste my time with people who aren't interested. You know, in a couple months you're interested. Give me a call. Maybe I'll have an opportunity. But right now, I got to deal with serious people. And so people are like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, they pressure you into it.
It's and I don't know why. And like the same thing is that pissed me off. And so what ended up happening with your dad? I guess.
Well, then he's like, "Well, let me get my boss to approve your whatever, and we'll call you back." So this other guy calls him back like a half hour later, and he's like, "All right, this is the deal. All you have to do is invest $500, $100 a month after that, and we want to build up your credit, and then we decide. Oh yeah, first they're like." We have this commercial where we show $1 million winners, and we can't keep showing the same commercial for legal reasons. We have to show new winners. So we decided to choose you, and we're going to take you under our wing, and we're going to make you make millions of dollars. And you just have to agree that you'll be on the commercial if you win millions of dollars. My dad's like, yeah, fine. If you make me millions, I'll be on the commercial. That's fine.
Fine, I'll do a supermodel. I'll have sex with a supermodel on your video.
Yeah, exactly. So then the guy's like, all right, so can we count on your $500 contribution right now? And my dad's like, well, what's the website? What am I selling? What's your business plan? And they're like, we've done this for millions of people, and we're guaranteed to prove this, and we don't have to prove to you this is a working thing. And he was like yelling.
You should find the video on the website and send to your dad.
yeah, exactly. And then so he's like, well, can't you just show me like a sample website or a business plan or anything? And he's like, you know what? We don't need this. This is a proven thing, and blah, blah. So my dad just hung up on him. And the guy calls back.
Of course.
And he's like, you know what? We don't even want you now. We just want to wish you good luck and blah, blah, blah. But then he starts going into the pitch again.
Of course.
And
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous. It was like Boiler Room, because my dad said he heard people yelling in the background and like.
Yeah. The other thing that pisses me off is those commercials for like Enzyte, male enhancement thing.
Oh, there's so many of those.
They're sugar pills.
Are they?
Well, I don't know for sure, but obviously they don't. Obviously, if it was a real product that made your penis longer, they wouldn't need to do commercials. You'd be fucking breaking down their door to get to them.
It would be like a 7-second commercial. It'd be like, hey, take our pills, your penis will get big.
They'd be like, it actually works. You know how you can tell? I'm sitting on $1 billion right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, like, again, they're advertising on TV, and the cops are like, can't seem to find them. Like, that's what we should do if we want to raise taxes or anything. Like, tax the shit out of people who are scamming people.
Yeah.
We should have basically a giant fine for any shitty thing you do like that. Like we were trying to sell Enzyte, or trying to tell people to buy your internet scam. Find the shit out of those people. And like that's what Obama should do to get his money from.
Yeah, I'll take this magic pill and I'll have a 12-inch black cock.
There was one of those products that like they eventually busted them. One of them like an Enzyte type thing. They were out in Arizona or something like that. They had made like $50 million by the time they had busted them. And I was like, who the fuck? And the best thing is no one will ever fucking return it.
Yeah, and they got fined like $2 million, and they're like, fuck yeah.
Are you going to be on people's court going like, I want my $100 back from the big penis company?
Yeah, exactly. That's their thing. You get a product that's embarrassing for anybody to fight.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to say shit. It's like those, what is it? What is the one where the guy goes around all these places? Girls Gone Wild.
Oh yeah, that's a great show.
Yeah, nobody.
There was
they had a preview actually on TV once where they showed a first half hour of the video, and the guy kept walking up to girls and asking if they'd take their shirt off, and they kept saying no. And that was like the first half hour of the video. So I'm just imagining you buy this video and there's like 3 sets of tits in the whole hour and a half, and like the rest of it's just this nerd like trying to get girls to take their shirt off, and they keep saying no.
Though having gone to Mardi Gras, I almost don't believe they could be just getting no, because without a camera and just beads, girls are just like fucking taking off their tops. Mm-hmm. Not the best looking girls in the world, like, but
yeah, there's some you'd rather just not see at all.
Yeah, I mean those are the ones.
Probably a lot. There's a lot of girls' tits out there.
Yeah, there's some hobbits out there too.
There are. I give them that.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I downloaded a Girls Gone Wild video the other day.
Was it a lot of rejections on there?
It was Man, because I see a lot of the girls that go into like the bedrooms and shit. I think it's all like planned out.
Oh, okay, so you got like the
stuff's-
borderline porno Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah. It was one with it was called the Real Wild World with the people from Real World in it. MTV's Real World.
Oh,
Like had that Tanya thing, but
well, that's really staged. That's like
It was
the
just-
stagiest.
stages. It was stupid. It was like
I was positive it wasn't real when one of them forgot their lines, and I heard her say "line."
Yeah. All right, so I think that pretty much ends this episode. So please keep the votes coming in. Podcast Alley. Go to brinkofsanityshow.com. There's a vote link right there. And subscribe on iTunes. There's also a subscribe link on there. And join the forums. There's also a forum link on there. It's an amazing website. Brilliantly put together. You can see pictures of all our pretty faces on there. Go to the guest host section. It's pretty amazing. Anybody have anything they want to plug? Anything going on?
no, I quit comedy.
You quit comedy again?
No,
No, you didn't, or no, you did?
I didn't quit comedy. I'm in the midst of writing. I actually have like 3 shows coming up, but one's a private party. One hasn't been. I can't say the one show is a park. It's gonna be in a park in Jersey, but I can't say it right now because hasn't been finalized. Because you have to pay money to the park people and sign papers, and it hasn't been done yet. So it's gonna be beginning of August.
So mystery show coming up in August by Artie.
But it's gonna. If we can get that park and it's gonna be a sunny day, there's gonna be a lot of people there.
And Mark and I don't do any live shows, so we got nothing to plug.
I can't really like say the name of it, but I'll be appearing in an alley in Iowa, and Samuel L. Jackson may or may not be there.
Depends if you got an extra $50. I will be appearing in my living room every day, and I'm pretty funny, but you're not invited. And also, vote on Podcast Alley.
I'll be doing nude scenes in the shower by myself.
There you go. See? Got lots of shit to plug.
Yeah.
I thought we had nothing, but there we go. So stay tuned for next Wednesday when we will have the next show. Twitter.com/brinkofsanity. That's where you can get the link to our live shows. There's a Facebook group. I have no idea how to get there. I guess you type in Brink of Sanity in Facebook. All this new shit. I don't know. I don't know how to work any of it. There's a MySpace group. Just go to the website and do the stuff on there. And
You have
iTunes.
a Facebook group?
Yeah, there's remember the Facebook group
I
that you
know.
have more
Okay, I'm
members
fucking with
of?
you. I'm sorry.
The Facebook group that Artie's much more popular in?
It's just Facebook, man. Just people sign up and stuff. So I don't know.
You lost a member. I'm more popular now.
Yeah, someone declined. I had 90, now I'm 89.
You're at 88 now, bitch.
Oh, fuck. So 2 people dropped.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm up to 70, bitch. I'm going to catch you in about 7 years. Anyway,
Oh, man, that's awesome.
that's the end of the stupid show. We'll be back next Wednesday. Oh, and Friday shows are going to start soon, too.
Really?
Yeah, going to start Friday shows because I feel like I'm too sober during the weekday shows.
The Friday show, you can get a lot more.
Yeah, you get a lot more drunk. So.
I'd be down for a
Show Juice Fridays.
Show Juice Friday.
I'd be down for a Friday show.
Okay.
Get your favorite drink and let's go.
Mark's in for a Friday show. Well, a bunch of new guests coming and a bunch of old faces coming back too. So stay tuned and join the forums. Or send me an email, brinkofsanityshow.com. Tell me who you like, who you don't like, who you want to see back. If you want to see new faces.
Great. I'm gone.
Vote
I'm
Artie
gone.
off the island. And we'll see what happens. So do all that shit. All of it. And we'll be back either on Friday or Wednesday the latest. And a whole bunch of shit. Birthday show coming up. Where I blacked out last birthday show. I will probably black out this birthday show. Fuck yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking last year was 240s. This year I'm thinking Power Hour or maybe Century Club. Fuck yeah. My other idea is just have a bunch of bottles lined up, and if you watch live, you can be kind of like a virtual bartender, and you can tell me what to mix.
I think Century Club is the idea.
I think so too because
Because by the end of the 100 minutes, it'll be awesome.
yeah, I think so. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for listening.
You can also add an added contest of how long until you actually have to interrupt and go to the bathroom.
That is true because apparently I'm the only one who ever has to go to the bathroom, and none of my co-hosts ever have to go. But yeah, we could take time things on that. So thanks for listening. We'll be back soon.
Bye.
All right, goodbye. Get the fuck out of here. Show's over.